welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Adrian, and Kiwi is my Indian ringneck. He is my little crochet buddy. You've probably seen shorts. I always put a bunch of shorts. He's got his own playlist of his shenanigans. But anyways, today I am coming on to show you guys something that I got from a yarn fairy at work. I'm not going to mention her name because I don't know if she wants me to put her name out there. But she is one of my coworkers. She is also the one that had gotten me some yarn that she had and brought it to work for me in one of my previous yarn fairy videos. But anyways, she happens to work at a place called 5 and Below. I don't know if 5 and Below is a store that's outside of Texas or not, but basically everything in the store is $5 or less, theoretically speaking, because I'm pretty sure that some of the cosmetics are a little more than that, like their eyeshadow palettes, things like that. I think they're a little more than $5. But anyways, she happens to work there, and she knows, of course, that I'm really into crochet and yarn and stuff, and she came across this crochet kit for Pennywise that she picked up for me. So I thought I would show it to you guys and maybe do a review on it. I have never had a crochet kit before. I've never purchased a kit. Any amigurumi that I've done, I have always, had the yarn and just found a pattern online. I have made Pennywise before, and the particular pattern that I used, I did not care for at all. Now, this one, I don't know if this is the old Pennywise or the new Pennywise. I'm not sure. Maybe one of y'all can tell me if this is from the remake or if this is the old Pennywise. I haven't watched it in a very, very long time. I have a niece who is obsessed with Pennywise, and so probably when I get this made up, I will probably be gifting that to her. It's her turn to get something that I've made, because I work from oldest to youngest, and her older sister, recently just got the pajama pants that I made, which if you guys missed that tutorial, I'll go ahead and I'll link it up here. But I made those for her older sister, so she will probably be getting this. But anyways, so the box says 17 years or older. It says it includes 7 colors of yarn, 124.13 yards total. So it doesn't take too much yarn. It says 3 felt stickers. I'm not sure what those are used for. 1 metal wire, a crochet hook, a plastic needle, and 0.705 ounces of stuffing. So 20 grams worth of stuffing. It doesn't say anything about the eyes. If you look, like you can see, those are kind of creepy eyes, but it doesn't say anything about the eyes. Now, she did tell me that she opened it up to make sure that everything was in the box, because she said that sometimes they get people that will purchase stuff and then they'll bring it back and not all the pieces are in there. So here is the yarn, and it looks like there's a little piece of wire in there as well, but here's what looks like yarn. Well, I mean, it's the yarn, but I don't know what that is. There's a little, maybe that's one of the little felt stickers, I'm not sure. And then here is the stuffing. You can see it's not a lot of stuffing. Of course, if I need more, I have more. but it looks like that probably is going to be enough. The majority of this kit is gray, so there's a pretty good chunk of gray here, and a pretty good chunk of white. There is... Oh, it says It Chapter 2, so I guess that is the remake. There are instructions here. The yarn doesn't feel terrible. It kind of feels like this cheap yarn that I buy back here for making smaller amigurumis. Now I don't see I actually don't see a hook in here. I don't know what size hook was supposed to come with this, but it actually doesn't have the hook in it. Let me see. So there are 3 different little pamphlets. This one talks about the different stitches that are used, and it's the abbreviations for all the different... That's a lot of different stitches for one amigurumi, and it tells you how to work each of the stitches. So I mean, I guess that would make it pretty beginner friendly. This says page 1. It says page 1, but it looks more like page... It says, it's weird to me, it says page 1 right here, but it starts off with the arms, legs and body, and then you decorate the feet, and then hip lace. I'm not real sure what that is. Belt. And then this one says page 3, which is where you make the head. And the neck ruffle. So everything's in black and white. The balloon. At the bottom of these pages it says Innovative Designs LLC. It says made in China. Colors and contents may vary. Images for illustrative purposes only. It says Warner Brothers, It Chapter 2, and all related characters are elements, and Warner Brothers Entertainment Incorporated, WB Shield. Somebody at some point got this, and either the hook fell out, or or this was one of them that was returned, and she just didn't realize that the hook wasn't in there, because she did tell me that she had checked to see that everything was in there, but there is no hook. And looking at it, it doesn't specify what size hook is supposed to be used, which is okay. I have plenty of hooks, but looking at the yarn, I will probably be using, not that one, that one's way too big. So, if it's up to me, I will probably be using my 2.5 millimeter mouse hook, or no, this is 2.75, I'm sorry. It looks like it would work. I learned this little trick from Cinnamon Stitches. If you take your yarn and you hook your hook on it like this, and it sticks out too far, then your hook is too small. It's just a thing I learned from Cinnamon Stitches. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work up some of this. I might take a little bit of video footage of me working it up here and there. I'm not going to show myself working the whole thing up, but you know, I might take some video footage, maybe speed it up a little bit or something, and then I will give you guys my thoughts on this crochet kit. Maybe, depending on how it goes, maybe I'll get another one. I don't know. I don't get to go out very often, but maybe I'll make a trip to Five and Below or something when I get paid. She did say these things are only $3.25. So if you're interested in trying out a crochet kit, maybe check the ones out at Five and Below. They're only $3.25, and you get everything you need besides scissors. Oh, and that's another thing I noticed. The plastic needle is also not in here. I don't see the needle. This part has not been open. You can tell this part has not been open just because of how it's coming off. But the plastic needle is not in here either. Which is another thing. I already have one of those. Hopefully all of the colors are in here. I'm pretty sure all the colors are in here. I don't see... Something that I don't see is like these little red pom-pom things. I don't see those in this little baggie. I don't want to tear it open either. Oh wait, it is in there. Look guys, there's the needle. And you can just see a tiny little crochet hook. I don't know if you guys, just barely you can see it. That's a really short crochet hook. It's very short. This bag is, it's very small. So I guess everything is in here. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting thing to do. Like I said, I'll probably take some video and maybe speed it up here and there. I am going to finish another amigurumi project first before I get started on this one. So, yeah. I guess for you guys, it'll only be a few minutes. But once I get it all made up, I'll give you guys my thoughts on this crochet kit. And, yeah. For my yarn fairy, if you're watching, thank you, hun. It is a super awesome... This is something really cool, just because I love crochet, and also it gives me an opportunity to share with my viewers what my thoughts are on these crochet kits, because like I said, I'd never had one of these. But anyways, guys, I will meet back up with you momentarily. In your time, it'll be a few minutes. In mine, it could be a couple days. I'm not sure. So yeah, for now. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and open this and see what all is in here. There is our wee little needle. So here's the hook. It's a 3.5 millimeter, which is much larger than what I would have guessed to use. Here's the wire for the balloon. We have red, a bit of gray, a bit of black. Here's the other eye. So those are the two eyes, it looks like, on the box. Those are that's for the eyes. I still don't see any like little pom-poms for the front and the shoes. So maybe I'll make those or something, but I think these are supposed to be the eyes. As far as I can tell, those are supposed to be the eyes. I'm gonna leave this stuff in the bag. I think I'm gonna, like, my first instinct is to use a smaller hook, like maybe a 3, or, you know, maybe even a 2.5. But I'm gonna go ahead and use what came with the kit to make this, and hopefully it turns out okay. Now I don't know if these little eyes are gonna work. I don't know how well you guys can see them. I don't know how well those eyes are gonna work. They're just like sticky little felt things. If I can't get those to work, maybe I will use some fabric markers to get the orange color in there or something. I'm not sure if I can't get those to stick. So aside from that, we have just the instructions and the other stuff that I already went over. And I'm going to get to work on this, and I will meet back up with you guys when I have, you know, a good chunk of it completed. Alright guys, so I am back with some thoughts on the It Chapter 2 crochet kit from 5 and Below. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't done a whole lot of it. In fact, I have only completed one little arm, which I have not even fastened off with. The reason I haven't worked a lot on it, because it's been probably 2 weeks since I got this thing. The biggest reason I haven't worked a whole lot on it is because working up this first yarn, or this first arm, was very, very tedious. While, you know, the yarn is soft and squishy, you know, it's kind of squishy. When you're working with it, it feels very smooth. Excuse me. But for some reason, it's very. I'm having problems with it splitting, like, a lot. And I'm not really sure why that is. If it's just the quality of yarn, maybe it is because of the hook. I mean, I don't know. It's not a high quality hook, but I mean, it's not any different than, you know, like a boy hook. It's just like an unnamed, you know, it reminds me of just a boy hook. So I'm not understanding why I'm having so much trouble with the yarn splitting. Maybe the, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm having a lot of problems with the yarn splitting, and then I'm having to take the hook out, undo those stitches. That way, it, you know, it doesn't get all messy. So I decided that I'm going to make this. I will finish it eventually. That's the key word, eventually. And I'm planning on giving it to my niece. But it's going to take me a very long time to do this crochet kit, simply because I'm not really that impressed. The splitting is so bad that I don't even want to do it anymore. It's not something I want to do, so it's going to end up on the back burner. and I'll work on it a little bit here and a little bit there. Maybe by Christmas I'll have it finished and I can give it to my niece, because she is absolutely obsessed with Pennywise. I've made her other Pennywise dolls in the past using other patterns. Speaking of the pattern, it's pretty easy to follow. It's pretty self-explanatory if you have some crochet experience. I will say I was a little thrown off by the hand being done in such an oblong way. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm having some allergy problems. I was surprised by that. Because if you look in the picture, you can't tell that his hands are actually oblong. Which I assume means that when you sew them on, you're going to sew them on in such a way that they're going to be like this rather than this. It does not call for you to stuff the little hands, which I was also a little bit surprised by. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this one in timeout, which probably means that when I do finally finish this, it's probably going to be a couple of months from now. And probably when I finish it, I'm just going to throw it up as a post so that you guys can see it. I'll probably link this video so that if you guys wanted to come back to this video and watch it, or for those who had not seen this video. But honestly, this... I'm kind of put off by this. I'm not super impressed by the quality of materials in there. For example, the eyes being this weird, like, sticky felt stuff, which honestly, I'm not even that far into the pattern. It starts off with arms, and I highly suspect that those felt sticky patches, I highly suspect they're not going to work. And if they do work, the first time my sister-in-law throws this into the washing machine because my niece got it dirty, those felt strips are coming right off. Or those felt patches will come right off. So, I don't know. I'll probably have to tell her, like, spot clean this only, or put it on a shelf or something for, like, decor. Don't let her actually play with it. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on this one. I'm personally not going to go down, because at first I was kind of excited, and I was really considering on going to 5 and Below and picking up some of their other crochet kits. Like I said, this is the very first one I've ever had. I've never spent money on one. I've never, and this being my first one, I'm not too impressed. And maybe some of the other ones, maybe at like Hobby Lobby, or some of the ones that you can get off of Amazon, maybe they're a little bit better quality. I'm not sure. I don't know. This, on the box, I'm assuming what is the brand? It says Innovative Designs. But of course it's got, like the movie stuff, the WB, stuff like that, on it. But the only thing I can see on here that would maybe show what brand of crochet kit is the Innovative Designs. I'm just not impressed enough with it to want to go buy any of the other crochet kits that they have at 5 and Below. I did check their website. They have a Halloween Stitch crochet kit. They also have just a regular Stitch crochet kit on their website. And then with the Halloween ones that are movie themed, they have one that's like a Jason mask, and they have a Chucky doll. There's another one. I don't remember what it is. You know, of course, those are going to be seasonal for the Halloween season, but I don't know. I just wasn't, you know, I was gifted this one, and I'm not impressed enough by it to go and spend money on them. Because I was initially tempted to go buy a whole bunch of these and like start giving them out on the channel, and you know, letting other people check them out, just because, you know, maybe somebody hasn't used or hasn't had one of these kits before. But the level of split in the yarn has really, like, yeah, you know, but I will, this one's gonna go on the back burner, guys, unfortunately, because I feel like I'm having to force myself to work on it rather than just make it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe around Christmas time I will do a video and, you know, talk a little bit more about the, you know, about the rest of the pattern, but I have only done the one arm, and I'm just like, this is not working for me. But anyways, guys, I hope that doesn't hit anybody in any kind of a sour way. But I try to give honest reviews. I try to be as honest as I possibly can when I do yarn reviews or any reviews of any kind. So, you know, you guys don't have to listen to me. I'm not telling you to, you know, do or don't buy this crochet kit or other crochet kits from Five and Below. They may have better ones at Five and Below that I just don't know about, and I haven't ever purchased one there. So, you know, maybe there's other ones there that are okay. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I have not had a lot. Sorry about that scraping sound. I know I've not had a lot of content recently. That's because I am working at Scream Hollow right now, and I'm doing a lot of focusing on that and sleeping, and without a washing machine, also trying to go to Mom's house to do laundry. It's ridiculous. I know y'all have heard it. I've been trying to do my best to keep up with other content creators. I'm not doing a great job with that either. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in to watch, you know, the few videos that I have been posting. If you're not aware, I do have a replay giveaway going on for my last live stream. And I should be drawing for that Thursday. See, in my world, it's currently Tuesday. You guys will probably see this on Wednesday. And so if you guys go to last week's stream that I did with Crystal, it was on Thursday the 9th. You guys can take part in that replay giveaway. Yeah, there's that. I'm doing that in replace of the hidden giveaway that I would normally do. Now, at the end of the month, I will still be trying to, I'll still be doing the members appreciation giveaway. I'm sorry, like, my brain just totally went blank for a second. But yeah, on the 31st, I'll be doing the members appreciation giveaway. Probably earlier in the day than what normally I would, just because Friday, Halloween, I'll be at work, and it's probably going to be crazy busy, just because Halloween's falling on a Friday this year. But anyways, I don't mean to turn this into, you know, a catch-up video or anything. I will let you guys go. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on Friday. I believe I have a stitch tutorial coming out. And so yeah, If you guys enjoy the content, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it does help. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!